Hey YouTube, it's LATOYA Okeia, your life coach and your motivational speaker. I'm so excited to be coming to y'all on this video today. On today's video, I want to talk to you from this topic, do it scared. Do it scared. This term, this phrase came up from one of my mentees, and it came up in our mentorship group. And one of the ladies was just saying, you know what? You got to do it scared. Do it scared. What do I mean when I say do it scared? Your dream, your vision, your purpose, your destiny, it's not always going to bend to fit you, to fit your emotions, to fit your feelings. So what do I mean? Sometimes you're going to have to step outside of yourself. In order to be who God says you are, in order to walk in your greatness, in order to walk in your purpose, in order to walk in your divine destiny, you got to step outside of yourself, outside of what others say about you, outside of even what you say about you. Because a lot of times you got to deal with that internal enemy. You got to deal with the enemy that's inside of you. Them negative thoughts, them negative belief systems that say you can't make it, you can't do it, you can only make a certain amount of money. Success is not for you, it's for everybody else. The devil is a lie. Okay, so you got to come against that fear. Many of you are struggling with fear. You have a fear of whatever. You have a fear of people. You have a fear of failure. You have a fear of not being good enough. Some people even have a fear of success. Some people are afraid to be successful. They are afraid to, when they actually reach success, that they don't know what to do. They don't know how to handle it. So there's different fears out there. There's different feelings, emotions. But what I want to tell you is you can't let that stop you. You got to press forward. You got to press on anyway. You got to push. You got to keep going. You got to keep pressing. And you got to understand that this thing is bigger than you. There are people that you're going to impact that these people ain't even been born yet. These people ain't even been thought about yet. As my grandma would say, you wasn't even thought about then. So these people ain't even been thought about yet. But what you do today, the decisions that you make today is going to impact the next generation. It's going to take it on into the next generation. So I know you may be scared. I know you may be nervous. I know you may be frightened. You have your reservations or whatever, your fears, and you just like, Toya, you just don't understand. I get so nervous. I get so shaky. I just can't do it. I can't speak to people. I can't. Yes, you can. The first thing you got to do is stop saying you can't. Stop saying you can't, because you can. You can. How can you? By the God that's on the inside of you. Y'all hear me say that all the time. With God, all things are possible. Not with you. It ain't got nothing to do with you. The reason why you afraid and the reason why you let fear stop you from chasing your dreams and from going into your purpose is because you are relying on you. See, you're going to always be too scared. You're going to always be too afraid. Even when you've developed yourself and you've come into the knowledge of who you are, you're still going to have to battle with fear and anxiety and that stress from being on top, that stress from being successful. You're going to still have to deal with that. Even if it may be good stress, you're still going to have to deal with that. You're going to have to deal with these same feelings and these same emotions. But the difference is you're going to have a new mindset. You're going to have a changed mindset. You can't change a behavior until you change the mindset that produces that behavior. You cannot change a feeling until you address the mindset that feeling is stemming from or coming from. So even though you're afraid, even though you're nervous, I want to encourage you to keep doing that mindset work. That's how you're going to be able to overcome it. Keep doing that mindset work. Keep listening to videos like this. Keep listening to the audiobooks. Keep listening to the podcast episodes. Keep reading self-help, self-development books. Read material that's going to reinforce everything that you've been listening to on the videos. Repetition is the mother of skill. When you finish reading that book, read it again. I never just read one book one time. I have to read it again. Sometimes I have to read it at least 3 times to comprehend it, to get it in my spirit, to understand it. That's what you got to do. And you got to keep pressing. You got to keep going forward. You got to understand that you're never going to be able to completely just eradicate your fear, but you'll be able to manage it and push past it and go forward. I still have my moments where I get nervous before I get on camera, or I may get nervous before I stand up to speak or perform or whatever it is that I'm doing. But I don't let that stop me. I do it anyway. I do it scared. And that's what I want to tell you, that you got to do it scared. Why do it scared? Because it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. You got to think about the people that are on the other end, the people that are being impacted by your story, the people that are being impacted by your destiny, the people that you're going to push into going into their purpose, that are going to be inspired and motivated by you. That's why you got to come out of you. You got to push past the fear. You got to do it scared. And I'm going to tell you, if you do it scared, the higher you is going to thank you for doing that. Your higher self is going to thank you. In other words, when you get to that place, when you get into the promised land, you're going to be so thankful that you pushed past that fear and you did not let that fear stop you. You did not let that depression stop you, but you did it scared. You did it afraid. You did it alone. Some of you are going to have to do it with a baby on your hip. You may have to do it after you've buried a loved one. You got to do it anyway because it's bigger than you. It's bigger than you. So I want to encourage everybody today to do it scared. Don't let fear stop you. And if you're battling with fear, you feel like fear is just overtaking you. It's, you're not able to push past it. You need some extra help. I want you to go to my website. I am LATOYA'S.com, and I want you to book a coaching session with me. You can book a one-on-one coaching session with me, or you can sign up for the confidence course. I have an online confidence course that teaches you strategies and tips proven that I've used that have helped me to build my confidence and to be bold in my calling and in my purpose. And these strategies, these techniques, I know for a fact that they work because it worked for me. Because the word of God is the word of God. And it's going to always be the word of God. Whether it's 2,000 years from now, the word is still going to be in full effect. The word will never change, okay? So sometimes it's hard for you to see what's going on because you're locked inside of everything. You locked in the box. So you need somebody that's on the outside that done made it out to be able to look at what you got going on and help you get out of the box too. So go to my website. I am LATOYA'S.com. The link is in the description. Book your coaching session today. Buy your online course today. Sometimes it takes us stepping out and investing and getting that help from somebody else in order for us to be able to do it scared, okay? So I love you so much. Remember, as I always say, if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. With God, all things are possible. I'll check in with y'all next time.